Are chokers even a thing anymore? I don't know. Well, hey, I'm wearing mine. Hello, I'm Judy, the organizer and creator at Rescue My Space. Welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to transform some household products into organizing products you'd actually use. So yes, I am turning trash into treasure. So you can call me the trash lady. I'm just kidding, no, I don't like that name. But I've been rummaging through my recycle bin. I've been rummaging sort of through my trash and kind of seeing how I can create organizing products out of the things that I have in my home. Because we are now quarantining ourselves, at least that's what we should be doing. I think it's a perfect time to do some DIYs and show you guys how you can use what you already have in your home as far as trash or household products you no longer need into organizing products that will make your home more organized. So that's the goal today. Hopefully these DIY projects inspire you and help you become more creative, because guess what? We have all the time we need. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Oh, before we continue, make sure you like this video. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe below. All right, let's get it. So the first items we'll be transforming are these cans. So yeah, I just removed the label, I cleaned it up a bit, and now they are this empty vessel that can be anything. So I love the idea of using cylinder items because they are perfect containers. They can carry a lot of things, especially when you remove the top portion, and it's deep enough to hold pens, pencils, you know, the longer items. So that's why I love these a lot. I'm thinking of making these office supply organizers. And it's gonna be really simple. So the idea I have for this is to paint them white and to splash on some black on it. So maybe like black dots or something. You know what? I do have an example of what I want. So let me show you guys, hold on. Okay, so this right here is exactly what I would like to create. It may not look exactly like this, but something like it. So yeah, I'm gonna use that. So I'm gonna use this as an example. I'm gonna put it here and I'm gonna place all of my paint in here. I am using another household item that usually goes in the trash. What I did was, this is an egg carton, as you can see. What I did was just cut off the sides of it and kept the middle part. And I'll also be using a water bottle base. So I just cut off the top, and this is gonna be how I clean my brushes. I'm gonna add some water in here, and yeah, so for this project, I'll be using acrylic paint and I'll be using a paintbrush to create the masterpiece. Outside of the paint cans, you will need acrylic paint. I'm using colors black and white and a paintbrush. Because I'm using this egg carton, I can add as many paint colors as I want. But again, because we're using items we have in our home, I'm only using 2 slots. But of course, feel free and be as creative and as colorful as you like. Okay, once I have all the supplies I need, including my water, it's now time to paint. So after one coat of paint, I'm gonna let them dry for about 30 to 40 minutes, and then I'm gonna add one more coat. Once everything is all dry, I'm going to add the black spots. So in order to do this, all you have to do is to water down the black paint just a little, enough to where when you flick the paintbrush, some of the black paint falls off. So basically, I'm watering down the paint a bit, again, so that when I flick the paintbrush, some of the paint comes off. That's kind of the goal for this phase. So once you're done, let them dry for about 30 minutes to an hour. I would suggest an hour just to make sure it's completely dry, and then you're done. Look at this, it's beautiful. I love this project. So the next project I'll be creating will be using the pasta sauce containers, another cylinder item. I'll be using these to either hold other office supplies, like smaller office supplies, maybe like paper clips, rubber bands. I do have excess rubber bands, or I'll be using this to hold all of my like scrunchies, because I love wearing scrunchies, and since I have two, my workout headbands. Yes, I'll be using those. So I don't know which items I'll put in these, but it'll be either of the four. I'm thinking of spray painting the lids black because I do have black spray paint. That's the only color I have. And I think I'm gonna also add some cabinet knobs to them. So I will be drilling a hole in these. It's gonna make it look a bit more fancier, you know, make it look like I didn't just make it. And I think, yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with. I probably will also add some type of label onto this just because, even though you'll be able to see through it, I think I may add a label. I don't know. In order to create this organizing product, outside of the pasta containers, you will need spray paint and some cabinet doorknobs. In order to attach the doorknobs to your container, you will need a drill and some screws. So I'm using a drill bit that's the same size as the screw, and I literally am just drilling a hole in the center on both of the pasta tops. I added a wooden block on the bottom just to ensure I don't drill into the table. Once that's done, it's now time to spray paint. I went outside for this step because, of course, you have to spray paint outdoors. As you can see, the left top is matte and the right one is a bit glossy. So I'm gonna have to spray paint another coat just to make sure that other top is also matte. The goal is to create a matte finish. Plus the spray paint is matte black, so it should create that finish. I spray painted 2 coats on both tops and I let it dry for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. And once that was done, it's now time to put everything together and complete the organizing product. Because the screws that I had initially were too long, I had to go look for smaller screws. I looked everywhere around my house and thankfully I found 2 smaller screws with 2 washers. And honestly, that's the only reason why this project worked. So again, it's important that you look everywhere around your house for certain items. You don't have to go out and buy anything because as you can see, 9 times out of 10, you already have the item in your home, just like I did. I used a screwdriver to secure the knob, and then that was it. To make sure the knobs were secure, I lifted them up and they are tight. They're not going anywhere. And that's pretty much it. I added my scrunchies to one, I added my workout headbands to the other, and look how beautiful this looks. The third DIY project I'll be creating are cable holders. You've probably seen this everywhere, and it's basically using a paper roll to hold your cables. It's a really simple project. We have a lot of these, especially you guys who have hoarded all the toilet paper. I'm talking to you. Yes, you. You probably have a lot of toilet paper rolls and you can create a lot of things outside of just cable holders using toilet paper rolls. Can you see I'm a bit annoyed? But I digress. This one in particular is a toilet paper roll and this one is a paper towel roll I just cut in half. But I do have a few cables that I'd like to have its own holder. So yeah, and I think I think this is perfect for it. I think the only thing I'm gonna do to transform this is to probably add some washi tape to it. I don't really wanna paint it. I think adding washi tape, maybe adding some black labels to it will give it like a nice little, you know, minimal vibe. I think that's the idea I have for this. It may change, but as of now, I think I'm gonna just use washi tape and my label maker for this project. So cute. So this one is probably one of the more simple projects and anyone can do this one. So as I mentioned before, I'll be using washi tape to create some type of design just to make it not look like a toilet paper roll. But of course, you're still going to be able to see it. You're still going to be able to tell that I used a toilet paper roll, but you gotta add some type of style and pizzazz to it. So the type of washi tape I'm using is from the brand Scotch, and I think it's from their Expressions line. But of course, you can use any kind of washi tape. after I added the washi tape, I added some black labels using my Dymo label maker to the toilet paper roll so that it was easier for me to identify the type of cords that were being held. I told you this one was easy. So now my cords sit in the holder, which makes it so much easier to identify. So the fourth DIY project idea is to transform this breadcrumb container into some type of holder as well. Again, cylinder. It seems like cylinder is the thing for these projects, but cylinder items is a great way to organize just really anything. And because this is pretty wide, it can hold a lot of things. So yeah, I have that, and I do have another can. So I think what I'm gonna do is to kind of make them the same. So I do, I do have some wood labels, stickers, some wooden label stickers, which are similar to washi tape, but it's wooden. And I think I'm gonna wrap it around these containers. That's kind of the only idea I have for these. It's very simple, but of course, if you don't have washi tape or wooden label stickers, who has that? You can always use paper to wrap around these, whether it's just regular printer paper. You can use wallpaper, you can use any type of decorative paper, really anything. You can also use clothes, you can use old clothes and you can glue it onto this, really anything. I'm gonna use the wooden label tape because it's super easy to stick on because it's a sticker, and I think it's gonna create a really beautiful product. So yeah, I'm gonna do that with this. So let's start. So this next organizing product requires a lot less steps, but the completed product is spectacular. So the only additional items you will need to complete this organizing product are wooden label stickers and a black permanent marker. So what I did was I measured the width of the circle, and then I created 5 to 6 strips of the wooden label sticker. I wanted to make sure that I had enough for both containers, and thankfully I did. Of course, if you don't have wooden label stickers, you can also use washi tape, you can use paint, you can use decorative paper. Really, you can do anything with this. You can also stick on some buttons, some cute buttons on top of it. You can also, I don't know, guys. The options are endless. Of course, I'm using what I have, but you can use practically anything to create this organizing product. So I noticed that the first piece was a bit, torn up. So I took it off and then I replaced it with a much better and newer piece. So after adding the wooden stickers, I was trying to figure out the best color to go with. So I went with these 2 brown colors, Sharpie colors, but I realized that it just wasn't giving me the look that I wanted. And then I decided to go with black, and I'm so happy I did because I think the contrast between the black and the wooden color makes this product so nice to look at. I also tried adding paint to this portion, but honestly, it really didn't make a difference. I think using permanent marker is perfect. So what I did was I added cotton pads to the larger can, and then I added some Q-tips to the smaller cans. I just love this one. So the last items I'll be using to create the last DIY project are these. Well, so clearly this is a milk carton, and I've taken off the sticker for this one. It's still wet, so yeah, we'll put that to the side. But yeah, I love the shape of these. We actually ended up buying this brand because they ran out of all of the silk brands, which is a thing. So we ended up buying this one, and it was not bad. But we're not talking about the flavor. I like the shape. Let me show you guys the other one. As you can see, it's clear and it has a white top, so it's perfect. It's exactly what I like. And I think we're gonna keep it bare. I think I may just end up adding like a clear label with some black writing, but that's pretty much it. This is perfect for the pantry. I'll be adding maybe beans to this, maybe rice to this, maybe cereal to this. I don't know. Let me see. Well, cereal may not make too much sense, but beans will. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do with these. A very simple DIY, nothing extravagant at all. Honestly, I only have a certain amount of like art products or art supplies. So yeah, I have to keep it really minimal. I do have paint though, but I'm not gonna paint these. No, I'm not gonna paint them. So let's start creating. So the only items I'll be using in this project is my Dymo label maker. First of all, let's admire these beautiful bottles. Look at the top. This is exactly what I love. So I think I'm gonna put some beans in these. I will have, maybe I'll put black beans in one and lentils in the other. By the way, I'm using a clear label tape with black font. I feel like black font sticks out more on clear bases. I actually ended up using a clear tape with white font, and I think this was the best choice. Look how beautiful these look in my pantry. So, what did you think? I love these organizing products, and best of all, they were created using household items I already had in my home, or trash, I mean, whatever you want to call it. All right, so let me ask you guys a question. Which of the organizing products that were created in this video is your favorite? Let me know below. All right, you already know what time it is. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And thank you so very much for watching this video. And as always, I'll see you soon. Bye.